Let me start again today by saying that we can understand God by studying the creation and the work of his hand. He said, for the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. Another translation says, God's eternal power cannot be seen. But from the beginning of creation, God has shown what these are like by what he has made. And that is why those people don't have excuse. So I would like to state again that some of the languages used in scriptures are based on the limitation of the understanding of the people at that time. If the scripture is going to be written today, I'm sure you are going to see some changes in the language that is being used. Words like energy, frequency, and vibration. Energy, frequency, and vibration. For example, love, joy, and peace make you to be at a high frequency of vibration. But anger, hatred, and fear make you to be at a low frequency of vibration. This is why, as long as you are in Christ, which means you are full of love, joy, and peace, evil power cannot harm you. Because you are above them due to your high frequency of vibration. God has set up different systems on the earth, and this makes him not to interfere in the way the earth operates every time. Some of these systems include water cycle, carbon cycle, phosphorus cycle, nitrogen cycle. He has also put in place a system to enable every human being to manifest their heart desire. And this is the focus of this series titled Unveiling Divine Operating System for Manifestation. Unveiling the Divine Operating System for Manifestation. We have been in the sub-segment Unbelief. 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 And we have been on this now, I think, for about 4 weeks. We did about 2 or 3 sessions before we started a subsection on the journey from belief to manifestation. Last week, we had a conversation around the fact that belief dictates your thought and focus, and that there is a biological filter that ensures that some things you don't get to see. Some things you are reluctant in seeing it. Some things are hidden from you by your frequency. Just spending some time reflecting on this topic, and now understand the reason why even when seminars, programs are organized either for marriage or for finance or for business or for prosperity, somehow, particularly when it's organized in church, most of the time, particularly for finance, the people that need it, a number of them don't show up. Some definitely show up, but a number of them don't show up. Then you begin to ask the question, why are they not showing up? Why? Why are they not showing up? You now realize that the reason they are not showing up is actually because of this biological filter, such that even if they get to know about the program, they ignore it. They are not interested because of their fundamental belief. Remember last year we talked about the fact that the things you can see, the things you can perceive, the thoughts coming to your mind are based on your belief system. And that if you can change that belief, this is one of the things we'll be doing in another 2 weeks. If you can change that belief, you will have changed a lot of things about yourself. Because by changing that belief, what you are doing to yourself basically is allowing the right kind of thought to get into your mind. Allowing the right kind of thought to get into your mind. That is what you are doing when you change your belief. Look, any result you are seeing in your life today is basically as a result of the belief you have. Immediately you understand that. Immediately you understand that. Half of the problem is solved. Because you now know who to focus on. You now realize the problem or the challenge is not on the outside. The problem or the challenge is on the inside of yourself. On the inside of yourself. So last week we talked about biological filter. This week, we are talking about how you build conviction. How do you believe that something is true? You just know that this is true. And please note, there is no truth in your reality other than what your subconscious might have accepted as true. Something that is true for you might not be true for someone else. Someone believes in Nigeria it's difficult to get a job. But for someone else, he has three offers. Someone still called me this evening telling me he need about 2-3 guys in a bank. So for me, there are jobs. There are jobs. Because sometimes also I'm looking for people to hire. There are jobs. But for someone else, there are no jobs. Do you know the interesting thing? When you focus long enough on a thought, the thought becomes conviction. Because the thought becomes automatic. You don't even think about it again. And that is when it gets into your subconscious mind, when it becomes reflex, when it becomes automatic. And that happens because you focus on that thought, you align with that thought, it expands and it becomes repetitive. Because that incident is repeated for you, it reinforces it. It reinforces it. As you focus repeatedly and dwell on a filtered thought that gets into your mind, structural changes occur in your brain. Literally, structural changes occur in your brain. In neuroscience, it's called the Hebb law. Neurons that fire together, wire together. So when you focus on a thought repeatedly, the brain wraps that specific neural pathway in a fat substance called myelin. So what happens is this. Imagine you are walking through a park, a grass, this is a lawn. Let's say it's a lawn beside the road. But people are crossing that lawn every time. After a while, you begin to see small paths. After a while, it become a footpath. After a while, it become widened. The more you walk through that path, it become wide. The more you think on a thought, the more it grows. Then the brain, in the bid to make it automatic, so that there won't be any loss of current passing through that neuron, because thoughts are electric, feeling are magnetic. Thought are electric, feeling are magnetic. In order to ensure that this thought, the current flowing through it is not lost, it will be insulated. Because it's insulated, resistance is reduced, speed of movement of information in this neural pathway become very fast. And that thought become automatic. You don't even need to remember again. It become automatic in you. Myelin act like insulation on a copper wire, allowing the electrical signal to travel up to 100 times faster. So when the brain coats this neuron with myelin, the speed of information passage through it become 100 times faster. The effect, this has effect on attitude. When a thought is heavily myelinated, it becomes conviction. It becomes conviction. It becomes conviction. You are very convinced. Why are you convinced? You can be convinced on the wrong thing, but you are convinced. Why? Because messages has repeated this thought again and again. So someone can believe all men has come, and because men have done her shit, or all women are harlot, or because women have done several things to her, she does not believe there are good women, and she's convinced. So anytime we go online and see another woman mess up a man, or say a man mess up a man, say, I said it now. There's love does not exist. There's nothing like true love. This thing is fake. They should scrap this institution. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is how people build conviction, ladies and gentlemen. This is how people build conviction, and they become very convinced. Even though it's a wrong belief, a disempowering and limiting belief, but forget it though, they are convinced. They are so convinced, nothing can change it. Why are they convinced? They focus on that thought. That pathway has been marinated. Is now an automatic thought. It now affects their mental attitude. It now affects their mental attitude. This collection of lightning fast conviction form your mental attitude. You no longer try to feel confident or authoritative. You no longer try to hate men or women. You no longer try to say bad things about Nigeria, about rich people, about job, about the economy. It is natural to you. Mental attitude. This is why two things can happen to the same thing can happen to two people. One person react, flare up, slap, beat, do whatever. The other person will not. There's a very funny guy online. I see him on Facebook occasionally. You know what this guy do? He does all sorts of things to people, particularly to ladies. He will be washing a car and a lady is coming, washing the car. He will not do like if you want to pour water away, I used to wash car. He will pour it on the lady. Lady well dressed going out. Some lady will beat the hell out of him. As in, they will literally beat this guy and forcefully collect some money from him to compensate for messing up their clothes when they're going back home. But some other lady will be just calm and be very unhappy, but they won't beat him. After a while, say, don't worry, I'll go back home and change. I'll go back home. The same is So those people that are calm, you give them money, give them about 200,000, 300,000, give them money. Those that are calm, those that beat him, you give them 20 or 30K as the compensation. Oh my God. But really, I brought it up in same situation. Two different people. One responded positively, one reacted negatively. So when you do something, particularly under pressure, it wasn't the pressure that made you to do it. It was already inside you. When you do something, particularly under pressure, it was not the pressure that made you to do it. It was already inside you. Someone put it this way. You are not a thief because you stole. You stole because you are a thief. You are not a thief because you stole. You stole because you are a thief, such that if you never have the misfortune of stealing in a lifetime, it does not make you less a thief if you are a thief. And what it's basically saying is that if your mental attitude is automatic as far as opportunity for stealing is concerned, even if you don't have opportunity to steal, it doesn't change the fact that you are a thief because of your mental attitude. If you are a slapper, you do not slap your wife or your husband, because some women are beating their husband nowadays, because of what your husband or wife did. You slap because of your mental attitude. You slap because of your mental attitude. Because it has become a reflex. Now, I'm saying something here to let you understand the reason why you react in some cases, whereas someone else in that situation does not react. And there's nothing wrong in you reacting. Just know this is a problem you need to deal with in your life. Accept your shortcoming and fix it. Don't give excuse. It's a shortcoming, and that's fine. But don't give excuse about it. Don't try to say that it was because of what he did. No, it wasn't what he did, though, that made you to react, though. What he did just catalyzed what was already inside you. Because it has always been your mental attitude. You pick it up from somewhere. Growing up. So, focus hardens conviction and mental attitude. focus, harden conviction, and mental attitude. When we started last week, we saw that belief filter what you see. And it uses the gatekeeper in your brain called the reticular activating system. In today's session, what we are seeing or discussing is that what you repeatedly focus on, those thoughts that gets into your mind, those thoughts that gets into your mind, what you repeatedly focus on, begin to physically rewire your brain. As in, literally. This is what makes thinking become automatic. This is what makes you to react reflexively without even knowing. Remember that when a thought passes through your mind, it creates a neural pathway, a new thought. Small thought creates a tiny footpath. Repeated thought creates a busy road. Strong conviction, that is when it has become a superhighway. A superhighway. So every time you think something, it's like a car driving on a road. One thought, the grass still covers the path. Repeated thought, the path becomes clearer. Constant focus, the path becomes a major highway. In neuroscience, it's called Hep's law. The more a thought is used, the stronger and faster it becomes. The more a thought is used, the stronger and faster it becomes. The more a thought is used, particularly when this thought is accompanied by emotion. When you use this thought and it's accompanied by emotion, you feel great or feel terrible. You feel good or feel bad. You feel at peace or you are worried and full of anxiety. Any of that. Increase the creation of that part. In fact, emotion make it faster to myelinate the nerve, to make the nerve well myelinated and make the thought automatic. Now, remember, when the thought is repeated, your brain wraps the pathway with substance called myelin. Think of myelin as an insulation of electric wire or an asphalt road. Turbo boost for your thinking. Without myelin, thoughts are slow. It takes time to think through on the thought. Without myelin around the nerve, neural pathway for that thought, thinking requires effort. With myelin, thought becomes fast. With myelin, thought becomes automatic. With myelin, thought requires no effort. And it can be 100 times faster. It can be 100 times faster. So let's bring it back. You are a salesperson at work. You are a business person. You are believing God for something. A job, an income, a relationship, whatever it is you are believing God for. If your thought is that, I can't afford that, it's expensive, nobody will buy that from me. Because you keep thinking in this direction, those thoughts become stronger pathway. Myelin wrap around them. They become automatic. So now, when you speak, it shows in your word. The unbelief shows in your word. The lack of faith in the system shows in your word. The issue you have with men or women in relationship shows in your word. It's not automatic. Look, if you are here and you say, for me, oh, I don't believe in this. Nobody can do this. Or this is not possible. I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, just know you have already built a conviction on something. I don't know if that thing is true or not, or if it's good or not, because a belief is either limiting you or empowering you. A belief is either limiting you or empowering you. The limiting belief will bring limited thought. Limiting belief bring limited thought. Empowering belief bring empowered thought. So that thought become automatic. It become automatic. So it will now be difficult for you to be able to make that sales because you don't believe anybody can buy this thing. It will not be difficult for you to even meet the right kind of people because the thing that come out of your mouth chase away men or women from you. Even the way you carry yourself, they don't even want to come near you. Even the way you talk at job interview. You know, there's so much problem we have that is within our power to solve. But ignorance, 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 particularly religion. Religion. It has blinded the eye of so many people. And it's not making them to make the desired progress because they believe all sorts of nonsense and rubbish. And guess what? Because of those disempowering, limiting beliefs, it makes them to receive terrible thoughts that keep them small. How about an individual who have empowering belief? I believe I can do it. I'm prepared for the right man or the right woman. I can sell high value product. There are serious clients out there who will pay for transformation. Because this kind of thought is repeated daily in their mind, this pathway become dominant because myelin strengthen them. This kind of thought become automatic and it's showing what they say. They call their price without fear. They approach the lady without worry. Many men come to them. Their tone is calm, certain, cool, and collected because his brain has been wired for certainty. The brain has been wired for certainty. So let's break it down. You think a thought once, it is weak. You focus on it repeatedly, it's strengthened. You keep reinforcing it daily, it becomes myelinated. And it becomes conviction. A conviction is a thought that feels like truth. That's why there is no truth in your reality other than what your subconscious mind has accepted as truth, because it's a thought that has become myelinated and become conviction. So you have no doubt in your mind, this is it. This is the reason people can believe a lie. Oh, God. Have you seen people eating grass because a man of God said they should eat grass? Have you seen people in church, they bring bottle to a man of God or coke and they'll pour it on top of their head and they'll be bathing with it? You know, when you see people do dumb things, you don't understand. What has happened is there is a conviction. When you are convinced, you do things automatic, as in you had a bad dream, you wake up, automatically you start praying. You know why we start praying automatically? Because you believe that this is bad omen and this will lead to bad thing and this is not good for me. Only that if you kill someone with a car in your dream, when you wake up, no police is arresting you. But you start praying and you won't even think about it. You even think about it. Because someone told you that someone can attack you in the dream. But you know the interesting thing? The most important destiny on this earth in history is the destiny of Jesus Christ. The most important destiny that they must kill is the destiny of Jesus. That's the most important destiny because it's coming to save the world. But guess what? When the devil was going to strategize to kill Jesus, he didn't kill him in the dream. He arranged with Pharaoh. All children under 2, kill them physically. Physically, not in the dream. That is, if the devil really want to deal with someone, it's not going to go to the dream. No. He will do exactly what he did to Jesus because that's the strategy he will do to a destiny that is important to him. If that is the way he approached a destiny that is important, that is the strategy of the devil for important destiny. And I'm not sure you are that important. You're not that important. They'll make the devil to want to attack in the dream. But it's a belief. So when you pray, the prayer is so automatic. The prayer is so automatic. You don't even think. You don't even think. And because why is it automatic? Conviction. 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 So the thought to pray come to you because you believe this thing that happened is bad and it can affect me physically. I know what Jesus said. Be it unto you according to your faith. If you believe it can affect you, it will affect you. Be it unto you according to your faith. 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 Conviction shape your mental attitude. When you are convinced, your mental attitude change. Look, when your mental attitude change, you don't need to think about your action again. Your action is automatic. Your action is automatic. It's like when you start driving. When you start driving and you have to think through how to engage the gear, how to press the brake, you're thinking through it. Because you've done it for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, it's now automatic. You are driving, you are eating. You are driving, you are talking. You are driving, you're not even conscious you are driving. Why? Subconsciously, you are driving. Why? Driving has become automatic. When a thought becomes conviction, you now have a mental attitude. If the thought is empowering, your mental attitude will be response to situation. If the thought is limiting, your mental attitude will be reaction. For example, if the thought is creating fear, a limiting thought as the thought that creates fear, worry, anxiety. An empowering thought is a thought that creates peace, joy, love. A thought that creates fear, worry, anxiety, guilt, blame, they are all limiting thought, disempowering thought, a thought that creates peace like a river, love, joy, calmness. That thought is empowering thought. Those thoughts that are empowering make you to respond to situation. Let me tell you, when you in Bible we are discussing here, you are going to be strange to some people. Because when there are terrible situations, let me tell you something. I've been in 2-3 situations where fire broke out. 3 situations, one in the office, one in the home, one in the program. One in the office. I think 2 in the office itself. Immediately happened. I noticed something. People will bail, jump to run away. And guess what? I will look around and look for fire extinguisher. Carry the fire extinguisher, open it, point on the fire, kill the fire. Not once, not twice, not thrice. My belief, this fire can be quenched by fire extinguisher because it's still small. To some people, fire is dangerous. See fire coming out of electricity. I need to escape from my life. What you do in those kind of situations is based on your mental attitude. Mental attitude. And your mental attitude is based on your conviction. Your conviction is based on the thought you focus on. The thought you focus on is based on your belief. On your belief. On your belief. When you have a weak mental attitude, as a salesperson, you say, let me try and see if they will buy. Maybe I should reduce my price. I hope they will say yes. Nobody is coming to ask for my hand in marriage. I'm not getting job. I don't even know what is happening in the country. The country is messed up. But when you have a strong mental attitude, this program is valuable. There are people that can afford it. I can get the right client. I'm attracting the right kind of people. I'm getting different offer for job. Why the weak mental attitude keep trying? The strong mental attitude is convinced he has it. If you are a salesperson, 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 client don't listen to you. What they sense when you are talking is your certainty. When they sense when they are talking is your confidence and authority. These are not from the script. They are from the conviction you have. Why do some salespeople able to close big sales? Some people are able to get good jobs. Some people are able to get good relationship. Why some don't? And some get it effortlessly. Why others struggle? Even when they're beautiful or more handsome. Even when they have a better CV. The difference is not just skill. It is brain wiring. The top seller has repeated confident thought. He has built strong neural pathway and myelinated belief system. So when they speak, there is no hesitation. When they speak, there is no internal conflict. They don't need to act confident. Their biology already aligned with their message. So you focus on the thought. The brain strengthens the pathway. Myelin increase the speed, making it an automatic thought. The thought become conviction. The conviction become your mental attitude. Your mental attitude affects your behavior. And behavior reinforces the same thought again. This is how identity is formed. This is not magic. This is not an invisible force doing anything mystical. It is pure neurobiology. Repetition strengthens neural cycles. Myelin increases the speed and efficiency. Fast circuit become automatic behavior. So what people call confidence is actually a well-trained, well-insulated neural pathway. What people call timid is a well-trained, a well-insulated neural pathway. What people call there are no job opportunity, I'm not able to make sales, is a well-trained, a well-insulated neural pathway. You know, each time I think about this, it bleeds my heart that the ignorance in our society, and you see it online. When you see a lady come online and said, you know, you see someone that is already traumatized. Because he has a strong, because trauma creates conviction. Trauma creates conviction. Is now strongly believe that there's nothing good that can come out of this country. He strongly believe there are no jobs in this country. He strongly believe there are no good men out there. He strongly believe there are no good women out there. He strongly believe you cannot be successful without cheating. These are well-trained, well-insulated neural pathway. I'm using different examples because I don't know where you are. Maybe when we are doing the review after the session, I would like to see some specific example so that I want you to be able to tell me how you have observed this in your life. The thought that have become automatic for you, you know you have to change. Because that's, I believe, will help us to be able to maximize what we are discussing today. Maximize what we are discussing today. Because if I go to maximize it, then I need to be able to see, because if you don't see those automatic thoughts, it can be positive, it can be negative. But you need to see it, because if you don't see it, then we can't fix it. In fact, the way to see it is check your result. If there's any area you are believing God for, check what's my result in this area. Based on that result, you can walk backward. And guess what? You can spot the belief causing that problem. You can spot the belief causing that problem. You know, I was talking to my colleague in the office and I was telling them, because of your level financially, there are some figure you are afraid to call, such that even when you call it to the client, because of what we sell, you literally like apologizing. It's so and so amount, but you can pay in tranches. Why are you saying you can pay in tranches? It's because you are not convinced anybody can buy that thing at once and pay at once. So it's showing what you're saying. And it's going to affect your sales. It's going to affect your sales. Look, the way you behave every day, there's a belief guiding it. There's a way you brush your teeth. There's a way you sleep. There's a way you eat. There's a belief driving it. And the belief is controlling your thought process such that those thoughts have now become automatic. Remember, belief is emotion plus thought. Emotion plus thought. Emotion plus thought. Emotion plus thought. When selling a high value product or service, you do not rise to the level of the script, you fall to the level of your neural wiring. No matter how good the script is, your wiring is going to bring you down, your mental wiring. If your brain is wired with doubt, you will hesitate. If your brain is wired with scarcity, you will underprice. If your brain is wired with fear, you will withdraw. But if your brain is wired with value, you communicate clearly. If your brain is wired with certainty, you lead conversation. If your brain is wired with authority, you are able to close deal. Look, either you accept or not, either you believe it or not, whatever you are experiencing in your life today is based on your belief. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Be it unto you according to your faith. What we are discussing tonight is the neurobiology of how that happens. The more I read the Bible and get into science, I just realize that's why when we start, I always tell you some of the things written in the Bible, they are not just truth. They could have been expatiated further if the kind of information we have today was available at that time. Maybe that would have made some people to understand, because sometimes when some people say some things, it just shows their level of ignorance. They don't even understand. Because when you understand some things, you know there are some things you cannot do in your life. For example, when you understand why you must not hate people, why you must forgive, it doesn't matter whether the person deserves it or not. You will, because you understand why you must do it. So you just see that people read the Bible, they don't understand it. And it shows every time. Someone is struggling. There's someone that is supposed to be here. He does business. He's afraid to charge. He's struggling to charge people because of his belief, but it's not here. You know why it's not here? Reticular activating system. This kind of conversation, look, this kind of conversation, the reason you will miss it, you see the topic, you just bypass it, is the reticular activating system. It doesn't make you to notice what is empowering to you because it already put a limit on you. So even when you see it, it doesn't occur to you, I need this thing, I need to join, I need to be here. It doesn't even occur. This guy is finding it difficult to charge. I know people that do what he's doing on the island, and they are charging per session, they are charging over 100K. This guy cannot even charge 20K. People will complain. Oh my God. I hope you will be able to see it and listen to it after. I'm just giving an example of how you will bypass opportunity. You won't even see it. When the Bible says much food is in the tillage of the poor. So being poor, when someone says poverty is a thing of the mind, some people think it's a cliche. They think it's just motivation. It's a cliche. Poverty is at the level of the mind. What creates poverty is not lack of money, it is belief. It is belief. It is belief. Before I close, focus is not just thinking, it is construction. Focus. So, what you focus on the internet, the kind of messages you listen to, the kind of seminars, the kind of people, the kind of things you listen to on the internet is reconstructing your brain, wiring it in that direction. Focus is not just thinking, it's construction. Construction. This is why visualization is very powerful. Because when you are visualizing and imagining, you are constructing. If you do it long enough, and when you are doing it, you are filled with emotion. You ensure you accompany that with emotion. You feel it and you do it long enough. I can assure you, you begin to see changes. Sometimes you don't even know how those changes are happening because it makes you to be at a frequency, which is where we are going. It's journey from the journey is to manifestation. The journey from belief to manifestation. We are still on it, but you can see the way it's going, how it becomes frequency, and then you attract it. Each time I talk about this, I just realize that this life is simple. If you just get your belief right and audit your belief, throw away the wrong one, bring in the. Have you ever wondered why Jesus said, "Be ye transformed by renewing your mind"? That's changing belief. When you change your belief, you are transformed. You are changed totally, as in totally, totally, totally. And that's the whole essence of training. When you go for training, when you're exposed to a body of knowledge over a period, it transforms you. It transforms you completely. Wow. Focus is not just thinking, it's construction. Every time you think, you are either building a weak part in your brain or constructing a strong part in your brain. And eventually, you don't choose your attitude consciously. You don't choose your attitude consciously. When you react or respond, you don't choose it. You don't. You see someone driving and it's a pastor and someone just cross the path in front. You know what I would say? Stupid, foolish. These people are mad. You see that reaction is the mental attitude. He has not been transformed because he's not renewing his mind. You don't choose your attitude consciously. No, you don't choose your mental attitude consciously. Your brain deliver it automatically. Your brain deliver it automatically. What you repeatedly focus on today become the conviction that attract what you want tomorrow. What you repeatedly focus on today determine the conviction that attract the reality you have tomorrow. I'll stop here tonight. What have you learned tonight? What have you learned tonight? No, I don't want to learn. I want you to tell me tonight about what you have learned. What are those automatic thoughts that you have? Automatic thought in an area. Just think through before I get to you that you have. Okay, let me start with Eunice. Good evening. How was the session for you tonight? Hello, Eunice, are you there?
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
I was, excuse me, I was still trying to process my thoughts. The question when I had my name.
No, I can come back to you if you want me to come back to you.
No, it's not a problem. Let me just
All right.
say it out. Okay, you said some thoughts that come to us, the automatic thoughts. I, well, I'm getting better. So I would say,
Even if it's something you have overcome, still talk about it, just to use as an example.
okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Mm, I would say the thoughts would be, um, am I strong enough to do certain things? Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm stuck. Am I not stranded? This is not where I'm supposed to be. Some thoughts like that come. Yes,
Hmm.
but I've been able
Those
to
thoughts
overcome them.
are coming from a belief.
Mm.
You need to identify what that belief is.
Yeah, but I've been able to
Overcome it.
overcome it.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yes,
Fantastic.
yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you,
So, what
sir.
did you learn tonight?
So, tonight is just a reminder, a hammering on me being intentional. I need to be more intentional about my focus. And I would say that I have testimonies because really, 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 it has been a long journey for me, and I've come a long way. I realized that the way I see things now, and it's beginning to even tell in the way I speak. When I'm talking with
Yes.
people, there was someone I was speaking with, and I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing this by now, or I need to get this done. And the person was just like, wow, why are you thinking of this kind of thing? Like, the person was like, this Eunice, anybody that is, because I just realized now that you cannot be with me or around me in my circle
You
and be a
can
mediocre
you
or
just
have
realize that you
negative
cannot
thoughts.
what?
Like, I just realized that you cannot be a friend of mine or be in my circle and you be having negative thoughts or mediocre kind of thinking.
Hmm.
You will not survive in my climate. That's just what I see. I begin
Hmm.
to notice. You just either you step up or you would just quietly phase out of my circle.
Yeah.
And really been helping me because I've been able to minimize the kind of negative voices that I used to have around me. And
Hmm.
it's really helped me, really, really, really helped me. And I just see that even financially, before, that scarcity mindset of money, hey, if you just see 10,000 naira in your account, you are like, hey, the money has almost finished, I'm broke, and I've been able to overcome it, that my my daily bread, let me put it like that, is not based off of my salary, it's based off on resources that I am connected to, which is not determined by Nigerian society or Nigerian economy or my salary or whatever, because there's a lot of value that God has deposited in me that should attract wealth. So I am not struggling to make ends meet, or it sometimes it can be a real big struggle that you have to remind yourself that this thing that I believe in, is it true?
No, 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 no. This is it. This is it. When you say it's a struggle, this is I believe is it true? This is it. The reason that thought is coming is because it
Yes.
has not become conviction. It has
Mm,
not become conviction. For the thought, for thought to become conviction, you need to focus. Focus. So, question is, what do you focus on? If
yes, I
I
think
see
that's where I
myself
need to be more
already as
focused.
a billionaire, it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
matter if I have zero money in my account. What make me a billionaire is not amount I have, it is who I am. Immediately I
Hmm.
know that. Immediately I know that what make me a millionaire is it's not the cash, it's who I am. Because that's why when thought become conviction, you form identity. When identity is formed, this is the way you see yourself. It doesn't matter physical circumstances. What's your name? What's your name?
Eunice.
No, you are Dupe. You are Dupe.
Eunice the billionaire.
You are Dupe. You are not Eunice.
Eunice the billionaire.
You are Dupe. You are not Eunice. Now, do you see where you are laughing? You are laughing because I'm calling you what is not yours. You are not bothered. Why are you not bothered? Because you know you are Eunice. You are convinced you are Eunice. So when you're convinced about something,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what thought, what thing. It doesn't, because this is who you are. So the
And
goal
yeah.
of meditation, visualization, affirmation is to take you to that point where you have no doubt in your mind that this is you. If you don't get there, that's why you see your account and you're still worried. Because if you know you have wealth, it's so important for you to understand what is going on within us. And I like what you are bringing up because it's helping me to be able to bring up some additional thing I want to talk about. It's so important for you to know that wealth is beyond cash. If you don't
Yes.
understand it, that wealth is intangible, the more the wealth you have, the more you can attract riches. The more the wealth you have, the more you can attract riches. So if you are worried because of not having riches, physical cash, it's because you don't have wealth. If you have wealth, you'll not be worried that you don't have physical cash. Why? Because you have wealth. Because you have wealth.
That's
Go
true.
ahead.
Okay, so another testimony is in line of this identity that we've been looking at, how your belief system, how you see yourself. And I've also seen tremendous growth. There are sometimes I know that this is who I am, this is what I am, but I had not really embodied it. So it's recently I'm
Yeah.
now beginning to, and it has affected the way I carry myself, the way I speak with people, the way I address matters and issues, even to the extent that, like, two people yesterday, someone even was, I was on a call with someone, the person was noting that, see the way you are speaking. Even today, to a friend called me and she was also saying the same thing, like, you are looking like and talking like one of these old London's kind of queens. And I was like just laughing. But inside I knew the work that I had to do about my own reorientation for my own identity and the kind of person, a woman I see myself as. And I'm seeing it that even people that are noticing that, no, you're just carrying yourself like a queen, like royalty and all. So I'm not saying this because of this, but I'm just saying that there's been a lot of identity consciousness and a lot of work that I've had to do. And even the way I see things, like the way I react um things that I want to do. Let's say someone says, okay, this is an idea, or there's this problem about road and all. I begin to see that this is something that is doable. This is something that I can become a solution provider in that area, even if I'm not able to do it now at that time, but I have the capacity inside of me to be that thing or to do that thing. So that mindset of, this one don't pass me, I realized that I've removed those kind of words from my vocabulary, or saying, oh, this is too big. What is a vacation in Italy for 2 months? It's nothing. Even though it may look like now, currently, it may look like um I wouldn't use the word I cannot afford it, but I now begin to have a possibility mindset that okay, this is something that is not something that is beyond bars or beyond something you cannot reach. It's something that you can achieve it, and you don't even need to have maybe so to say, a miracle that maybe somebody dashes you money or stuff before you're able to achieve it. It can happen. You have everything inside of you to experience. Yes, that's the word. There are certain things that you feel that are out of your experience, or you cannot experience these kind of things or luxuries. So I'm beginning to see that no, these things are for you. I feel that some of these things have been somehow related to religious um restrictions and mindset that oh, this thing is beyond, or some even cultural stereotypes that no, this one you cannot get here. Oh. But subconsciously we find ourselves in that cage, and life is just going on, and you're seeing that you are just thinking the way you think, and it's just subconscious. So I've been able to rule out some of those things, and I'm believing God that even in this journey it will only get better. It will only get better.
All
Thank you
right.
very much,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you very much. FOM, good evening.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good
Thank you so much.
evening.
Thank you so much for being a big blessing to my own personal life. And
Thank you for always coming also.
thank you so much. So this teaching itself is good for us. I used to play this for my team in the office. But I think
Fantastic. Fantastic.
so.
Fantastic.
So I actually know what it means when you say a price. I can't. You are trying to defend to say play small. Can we find a discount? Eh? I actually understand what you are saying.
Yeah.
You are speaking to salesmen that I really
Yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah, I really appreciate that. I was once there that you'll be like, can somebody pay for this? Sir, you can pay now. Just belief system and be unto you according to your faith.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So when you even there was one illustration you made today that really touched my inner mind as it was a rema. You said Jesus' destiny was the most important one to the devil.
The most important destiny.
Uh,
And the devil planned to kill him physically, not in the dream. Because that's the most strategic way to get him out. Not in the dream. Not in the dream. If the most important destiny was attacked physically, why are you? Why? That give me an idea of the way the devil operates. Devil attack physically. Forget about this one. You're saying he will not come in the dream. He will attack physically. If you are important, go ahead.
yes, sir. The devil did everything he could do in his power, and he believed he actually won the battle. He never knew that they've escaped. Because the order was that you should kill every male child 2 years below.
Yes.
2 years below.
Yes.
So
And he was targeting Jesus Christ.
I yet don't get
And
that.
hold on.
Yeah.
See God, though. When God was going to save Jesus, he did not save his supernaturally. Oh. Strategy. Joseph, carry Jesus out now, this night. Leave now. Physically move him. See God. Oh. See the strategy of God to deliver Jesus. It was a physical movement strategy. So even God is saving Jesus, had to physically save him. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I feel in this part of the world we rely so much on religion than asking God for strategies, because God has laid down principles.
Even God in saving Jesus used a physical means. What are you talking about? God in saving Jesus, it was physical strategy. He gave clear instructions to Joseph. You need to leave now. Else, they will kill this man. They'll kill this boy. And Joseph disappear immediately. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. I also remember many things. So I remember when I was seeing you like then, there was one job. But everybody's belief was that that job is meant for graduates. Maybe because of the pay there that they are paying 120,000. So people were like, it's for graduates. But me, I just believe that I can get the job. I applied, I did the first online interview. I succeeded, I passed it. So I went there physical. They were asking, okay, what am I doing presently? You know, when somebody wants to employ you, we ask you, what are you doing presently? I don't even remember how to tell the person that I'm a I just like, okay, I have a tutorial. I'm running a tutorial center. So I did some teaching. So, and funny enough, the work is flexible. There's night shift, there's day shift. You can switch your shift if it's going to affect it. So I just I'm going to get the work. After the interview, funny enough, I like, how did I? People were like, how manage? How this? It's already time that this work, I'm getting it. As I've already like believe that this work, I'm in for it. And I was able to get it. And I was like, you to be according to your faith.
It be
Whatever
according to your
believe.
faith.
The same thing happened to one lady. She was discussing with me last week. She said, I don't know how many numbers of people that said they apply for the work, that they only took 6 of them. That she knows that they are going to pick her. That she's overconfident as she does have this belief, this thing like no matter how plenty they are, that she knows that she will get that
He's
job.
one of them.
That she will be choosing for the job, that no matter what they are going to ask. And she's so confident. When she was at the interview, she was doing video call with me. I said, you are in a place. You see how confident you are. You are never scared that they are watching you on their camera, that you are doing video call with somebody. Eh? That you are never scared. You say, this job, now me go say, I know what, if I know what, but this one I want it and they are giving it to me. So she was, as if your people are hearing you. He was just like he was just so very bold and confident about it. He's just set inside her already that no matter how they are coming with the interview, she's going to succeed at the interview. So I think when somebody the belief, you already said it, that poverty is not any other that he just belief that cause poverty. Belief.
Belief.
Mm.
Belief.
Belief. Mm.
Belief. That is
Mm.
what is holding a lot of people back.
Mm.
That is what is holding a lot of people back in our society. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Favor. Good evening. Hello, Favor. Are you there? Hello? Okay. I think Favor is having issue or is not ready yet. Mary. Hello, Mary. Good evening. Hello,
Sir.
Mary. Are you there?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Thank you. I actually had this belief that, like, I sell food online, food stuff
Okay.
online.
Which kind of food?
I sell staple food from the East,
Oh, okay.
like ogbono, like that.
Okay.
I actually belong to so many groups, and I used to see all these big people with big shops displaying. So one of these days, I just took it upon myself. I said I will comment. Somebody was asking for ogbono. I decided to said you can get in social place at affordable prices. Do you know that I got 2 customers from there? And in fact, both of them, one bought over 1 million naira goods.
Wow.
Then the other one bought over 4 to 5 million goods. I was like, if I had not opened up at that group when they hacked. So is this how? So since then, anytime they are hacking like this, I don't have a physical shop. So that is one of the things that has been restricting me.
In today's world. Don't waste money.
So I made an attempt, and even one of them is currently in Abakaliki. lodging to buy more goods. In fact, my supplier was like, wow, wow. Like, this kind of, and he's paying me for my service, and my supplier is also paying me for my service. So it was like, a closed mouth is a closed. So
Now
Yes.
I
they
think
bring this money, yeah.
You know what?
She's talking about the money is coming left and right.
if I had not spoken out, or I've not actually worked on myself, like, I can actually start from somewhere. I don't need to have a big shop. It's just trust.
It's
And
belief. It's belief. The reason you will close your mouth in that situation is belief. Believe that is it me they are looking for. Who will be interested? It's belief. Terrible belief that we've accumulated in our lives.
so that one has changed my orientation. And funny enough, one of them is actually sending the goods outside the country.
Okay. It's exporting it.
So yes, it's actually exporting it. So we had to do Cameroon pepper for him, do bitter leaf. It was stressful, but it's worth it. That's
Interest. So what did you pick up tonight?
I picked up that we should not lower our price because
Yes.
we want other people to patronize us. We should give ourselves a price, and people that will patronize us will patronize
If
us.
you are afraid to
Should not.
mention your price, that's a sign of scarcity mentality, scarcity belief. A belief that says there is not enough money, people cannot afford it. Scarcity belief. Every
Before I used to
action.
think,
Yeah, go ahead.
Before I used to think if I put 5,000, I said before, I used to have this mentality that 5,000 is enough on a bag of ogbono. But when I put 10,000, in fact, that was when they were even rushing me. I was like, wow. When it was 5,000 profits, nobody was patronizing. But when I put 10,000,
There is
I was having
something
people.
about pricing. Generally, people perceive that the more expensive something is, the more valuable, most likely it is. And they are correct to a very large extent. To a
Mhm.
very large extent. Only that it might not be in all cases, but to a very large extent. A valuable thing typically will be more expensive. So it's important you understand that, because that then guide you in whatever it is you are doing.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Favor, are you
Sir,
available
I would
now?
like to join your WhatsApp group.
Oh, okay. You
I
are
would
not
like to join
okay.
your
I will drop
export
the link.
WhatsApp group.
Who send it to you?
Okay, sir.
Who send the links
Sir,
for today's to you?
is Billionaire Dapo,
Okay.
the Billionaire
I
Pastor.
like that. I will drop the link shortly on the chat so you can click
Okay,
on
sir.
it to join.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Favor, are you back? Hello, Favor, are you available now? Okay, Favor is still not. Mr. Dele, my namesake. Good evening. Are you there? Mr. Dele is not there. Oluchi Joseph. Oluchi Joseph, good evening.
Hello, sir. Good evening. I
Good
can hear
evening.
you.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
go ahead. What have you learned tonight?
Okay, what I learned tonight was
Sorry, please.
how
Mary,
to
I've dropped the link
can
for
you hear
you.
me?
Go ahead, yes.
How to position, or will I say position, or keep your belief system. How you keep your belief system will tell what you are going to be able to grab
Yes.
on this earth. That's what I've been able to pick in my little time of joining. I joined really late. Yes.
How
Can you hear me,
much?
sir?
Yes, I can hear you. How much you can
Yeah.
get out of the world is likely dependent on your belief system. Interesting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know if I can get the recording of today's
Yeah,
session.
the
I really
the
missed
recording
this
is
part.
on. Are you on the WhatsApp group?
No, I'm not.
You're also not on the WhatsApp
I
group. Okay. I just dropped a link on the WhatsApp group. Have you seen it?
okay.
Have you seen it?
On the chat.
It's in the chat. Yes.
Yes, I've seen.
Mary, have you seen
Yes,
the
I've
link?
seen.
Hello, Mary. Hello.
Hello?
Have you seen the link?
I've joined, requesting to join.
Okay. So, Oluchi, the recording of the previous session is on a YouTube channel. I will drop the link for this later today or tomorrow. So when you see it, if you visit that YouTube channel, you will see a playlist for this series on the YouTube channel.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Yeah. Favor, are you available now before we close? I think you are the only one that have not spoken. Since Favor is busy. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. See you next week. Have a great, great, great week ahead. And bye-bye.